Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. It's really good to be back. I have missed you all and I've really missed making these videos. For today, the video is going to be a little bit different than normal because I just want to give you an update on what has been going on with me and my family and why I have not been making videos lately. So about 2 weeks ago, my son was born, and this is a son that has been very long anticipated by me and my wife. We have been married for 9 years. We have wanted children that entire time, and we have struggled to have children. And so after 9 years, our son was finally born, and we were super excited about that. Unfortunately, however, my son was born with several extremely major complications that were not caught in ultrasounds leading up to the birth, which should have been caught, especially because we had several ultrasounds leading up to the birth, but unfortunately, they just weren't caught. And he was basically in a life-threatening state where for the first 2 weeks of his life, it wasn't entirely obvious that he would actually survive. So my son was born, the complications he was born with were first a very rare heart condition that I think there's only about 200 or 300 cases per year in the United States of. And second, he was also unfortunately born with some severe disabilities on his arms, where essentially he was born without full-length forearms and without properly functioning hands, which is, of course, going to give him some severe challenges as he grows older and going to require a lot of care from me and mom. However, given that, having said that, my son is actually extremely lucky to have had his arm condition, because if he did not have that arm condition, he probably would not be alive, and my wife and I probably would have tragically lost him sometime over the last couple of days. Basically, what happened was because of his arms, when he was born, the doctors immediately did a heart scan to look for heart issues that were associated with the arm disabilities. And they did indeed find some very severe heart problems that can go undetected. And essentially how the heart problems work is they eventually just destroy your lungs with too much blood pressure. And what they say is that this can turn a baby blue, and by the time a baby goes blue, typically it's too late and you can no longer save the baby. My son, about 30 minutes before his heart surgery, actually started turning purple. Not blue, but purple. And so he was showing signs of starting to have some problems. And so indeed, if the doctors had not caught his condition basically right after he was born and had not acted on it extremely quickly, as they did, my son probably would not have made it. So that's obviously been very hard on me and my wife. But now we're doing very well. We essentially went through all of the emotions as if we had lost our son, because for a couple days we were pretty sure, at least in our hearts, that, or at least preparing ourselves for the fact that our son might pass away, this son that we have waited for 9 years. But of course, now he has recovered from his heart surgery. He has recovered from the procedure to close up his chest following the heart surgery. He's still in the process of recovering, but he's recovered sufficiently to the point that we can say he's safe. And our little guy is going to live. And so even though he's going to have these severe arm deformities, he gets to live. And that is the most precious and the most beautiful thing of all. And having almost lost him, I think we're always going to cherish that kid even more. Now, there's a lot of interesting things about his condition, some that I will share here and some that I won't. But really, the most interesting thing is that it is a genetic condition that the doctors just simply don't know what it is. They sequenced his entire DNA looking for known genetic conditions, which is what they were looking for, why they scanned his heart in the first place. And he doesn't match any known condition. They're reasonably sure that it's genetic because he's got multiple different symptoms. Another option, though, is that it could be exposure to something that they don't know what he may have been exposed to. Which, of course, given the nature of my YouTube channel, even though it seems a little weird, definitely gave me some pause, because I receive threats all the time from a particular government that is currently at war. And the thought had crossed my mind that potentially my family was exposed to something extremely unorthodox, or the other alternative is that it could just be an extremely rare, heretofore unknown genetic condition. But given all of this, of course, my wife and I have been extremely occupied for the past couple weeks, just spending as much time as possible with my son. And now that he's recovered, we're doing extremely well. In some ways, it's weird to say it, but we're actually, I think, maybe doing better than ever. Because once you go through something like that and you get through it, you start to value all of the little things in life that you might have just taken for granted. And so me just being out here, able to walk, able to move my hands while I film this video, it's really an extreme blessing. And my wife and I are in a very good state and really looking forward to raising my boy. So with that said, I am back now. I am not going to be filming every single day like I was planning to, at least for a while, but I'll probably have a couple videos a week. And my son's going to need a lot of care, and that's going to cost money. And so it is important that Dad does get back to work as the best way that Dad can support his little boy. And so I appreciate all of you who watch this channel being patient with me. I know I don't have to say that, by the way. I know I don't have to say thank you for being patient with me while I handle a life crisis. But at the same time, I am thankful that you're patient with me. And I'm excited to be back. I am a little bit sad to have missed some of the biggest developments that have happened in the war in Ukraine and the opportunity to make videos on them, because so many big things have happened. But of course, family comes first and always. So thank you for those who continue to support the channel. This video is a little bit different, and I know not everybody cares, but for those who do, I wanted to create this video. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you in future videos very soon.